I have recently made a unit for some students studying the Edo period. I'll show you quickly how to make this very simple samurai using only basic shapes, and towards the end I will show you how to make a more advanced samurai. If you're interested in making these other characters, I will have a link. Of course, just two-finger tapping on anything and then clicking copy image allows you to paste it in here, and this is how you do it. Simple shapes. I'm going to make this guy right here. So starting off, let's go from the top down, shall we? Shape. This one is going to be a simple triangle. Over here, format style, I'll make it black. If you have an older version, there's other colors. You can also go to color fill down here to change the color as need be. Now it's facing the wrong way. Over here, I've got my toolbar customized. There is a link to a video at the end of this teaching you how to do that. If you haven't done it yet, you can also go to arrange under the format tab and just flip it thusly. Put it up here. Align it, change the size, off to the races. Next, shape again, get a square. Now, it doesn't have to be exactly the same. I made this as a compilation of other pictures I found on the internet to make it original. You can do the same. You don't need to make this exactly the same as mine. Color fill, for a simple one, I can grab white, put a border on that like so. Looks great. Okay, FaceTime. Over here. And elongate the oval, make it about the same size, both ways. Now, here's a great way that you can get exactly the same color of face. So in color fill, I select this color wheel. It's blue, which means it's selected. Over here, hit the eyedropper. Now I can go over here and get exactly the same color. Wonderful. Now, go to borders again, put a line on it. Now, check this out. Command D on a Mac lets me duplicate that. Then I can just resize it to make myself an ear. So it's very simple. We're using the same shapes over and over again wherever possible. Here we go, here we go. It's about right, doesn't have to be exact. Now send that backward. Now where you go, Command D again. I've got my second ear. You can see it's lined up, backward. Now I'm gonna duplicate that, bring it up over here, change the size around somewhat, go to color fill and make it white. Duplicate it, make it black, make it like so. You can use the little arrow keys to move it around a little bit. If I shift click, I get both of them. Command Option G groups it, Command D duplicates it. Over here, format, flip sideways, otherwise he's looking off the page. There we go. Let's make a nose. I want the nose to say exactly circular, so in format arrange, I can click on Constrain Proportions. Now check this out actually. If I click on this guy here, over in style, I can add a brand new style. I already have, but just so you click on plus, now I can put the exact same style on that automatically. Give him a nose, that's way too big, make it smaller, however you like. For a mouth, he's a samurai, so he's not happy. Maybe I'll make him a little angrier than this. Tap, tap, and then double tap to close it. Now I can double tap this to make it rounded. And over here I can move that around a little bit. Enter, boom, there's our face. If I delete our guy, you can see I got a new face. All right, now let's go for another simple. You know what, let's just get this triangle. Command D, duplicate it. Line it up over here. And make it more body like so. Align it as best we can. Again, doesn't have to be exact. Color wheel. Eyedropper. Same color if you like, or you could change another color, up to you entirely. I like that to have a border, line. Let's save that. Here. Okay, next up. I'm gonna actually put this in the back so I can see what I'm doing. I'm gonna get this, Command D, another triangle over here. Try and make it look like this. Let's give him a bit of a neckline. And remember, we saved this, so boom, there it is. Send that to the back, bring it forward one so it's not behind that. If I delete the original, boom, it's coming together, right? All right, now it gets simpler still. Just some rectangles over here. Boom, exactly the same. Now, let's get the nose. Command duplicate, bring it over here. Make it a little bit bigger. I think I made them too big the first time. Put it backwards, looking good. Shift click, got them both. Command Option G groups it, Command D duplicates it. Now this is a very simple character. Obviously, you can make things that are more advanced, and after this, you will see how to make a more advanced version of this himself. In fact, this guy right here. Okay, where are we? Next, let's give him this. If I double tap on it, I can just copy that one, duplicate it, pardon me, paste it. Again, you could have just got it from the top. I don't know why I'm doing it this way, just decided to. And let's give him, I don't know, different color this time. That one. Alrighty. Duplicate it, see where we are. Okay, this needs to go up a little bit. Command V puts that back, send that to the back. I already like this new version much better. Okay, now, tap, tap. Command C for copy, Command V for paste. Get some legs going here. A little bit thinner than the arms, naturally. Shape. Let's get this one and make him some feet. Again, these aren't overly complicated, but this is for a simple task, just so the kids can make a book. Color fill, get a brown, give it a line, take a look. All right, shift click, Command Option G to group, Command D to duplicate. Put it over here, line it up, maybe bring it in a bit, fix it later if we like. Shift click, get them both, Command Option G, group, send it to the back. I think now I'm going to bring the old one, the original, to the front. Because basically the guy is done. He just needs his sword now. That's pretty simple. Shape. Get yourself a rectangle. Make it about whatever length you want. Make it black. Let's go with an oval here. Part of his katana, his sword. Looks like I've just used a dark gray for that. Now we're gonna go for this fella. Put that on top of this. And here's a kind of a pro tip. This little green fella here, we can round it out more that way. Or less if we like. Move it around. Color we're gonna make that. A little bit of a lighter gray. Now we can just add a little bit of a detail here. Some oblongs. Make that one white. We can move around with the arrows. Command duplicate. I made these narrower than the last one. Why not even make this better than the original? Give it 3. Now if you click and drag that, Command Option G groups it, bring it over here. In Format Arrange, we can use this to twist it around a bit. And now we can start sending it backwards so it's there. Let's move this to the front, shall we? And now, get rid of this guy. Boom, we're done. Command, Control, Shift 4. Click and drag. Let us take a screenshot of it. Now we can paste that wherever we want. On a web page, in an ebook. Ready to go. All right, next step. Let's learn how to make this bad boy. And any comments or questions in the bottom there, I will be happy to answer. So what I've gone and done is picked up 3 separate images from the internet to use these to see how I can get started. Now these 2 are both samurai. I'm going to be making a samurai, and I needed a I like this guy's head the best, so let's start with that. Shape, draw with pen, something kind of like an oval but also like a head. Hit the main one and then tap 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 to make all of the rounded bits I'm going to need. Get out of it. Now I'm going to select it and make it a bit longer. Okay, great. I'm going to want to make shift and use the arrows to move it up and out of the way so I can see what I'm doing. Go over here too, in format style, color fill. Just going to grab the color wheel, grab the eyedropper, go with the same skin tone here. Boom. All right, now ears. I'll just make 1 and then I will have 2. Ears gonna go something like this. I can make it a little bigger than I want. And then later I can make it smaller. Tap tap to close it. Now I can double tap to round everything off again. Enter. Now I can just click on, oh actually wait a minute, that's a line. Click on this once again. No fill to color fill. Remember it's the same one from before. Okay, go inside. Send that backward so it's behind there. And now like I said, in Arrange, Format Arrange, I can click on Constrain Proportions so I don't change the proportionality. Move it in, Command D duplicates it over here. I've got this customized. There will be a video at the end of this linking to where you can find ways of customizing your own. If you don't have it customized for this, you can quite simply just go to Format Arrange down here and flip it. Move it over here, make sure it's aligned. Send that backwards. Okay, click, Shift click, Command Option G groups it. Next, we'll need some hair. So let's just copy that. We don't even really need to copy it. We can just move this over a little bit and just follow the idea. So, shape, draw with pen. Starts about here. Here, and then just follow the shape of the head, basically. All right, now double tap to round it. Enter, and go to style again, just get black. Boom, there he is. Okay, next, on the eyeballs. Do we want to have this on here? I don't think so. Let's do the back part here. Draw with pen again. Tap, tap, tap. We can do this very simply. Tap, tap, enter. No fill to color fill, and it's white. Send that to the back. Shape. Draw with pen. Enter, make it black. Send that to the back. You can move it over a bit if you like. Click and drag, so, oops, don't want that one, so Shift click that. Command Option G again, we'll group that. All right, the mouth looks pretty simple. Shape, just gonna give him a tap, tap, and double tap to close it. Now round that off. Great, got a mouth. I want to make him a little bit. You see how that's maintaining proportions. Let's undo that. I want to elongate the face a little bit. And apparently I didn't do the mouth properly, so double tap that. I can go in and round it. Enter, we got the mouth. Looks kind of sad, but we want him to look angry. Let's make it more like so. All right, great. Now, a nose, very simple. Shape, draw with pen. And double tap. Now round it out. It's too big. We can make it smaller. That one I might want to actually constrain the proportions in Format Arrange Constrain Proportions. Okay, you can also move it over a little bit with the arrow. Now for the eyeballs. Not rounded. We want them to be kind of angry, so why don't we do this? Draw with pen. Round it. Okay, it's closed. Bring those in somewhat. Enter. Now we want to fill that in. So style again. No fill to color fill. It's made it white. Wonderful. Click and drag it over here. It's too big. Format Arrange Constrain Proportions, because we like the shape. Make it a bit smaller. And now we need eyeballs. We can just simply go with circle. Style black. And it's not constrained, so we can do whatever we like with it in terms of changing the shape around. Command D, because you want them to be the same, right? Delete that one. Command D for duplicate. Bring it up over here. All right, getting ourselves a pretty angry looking little samurai fella here. Once again, click and drag. Oops, Shift click, don't want that. Command Option G. All right, we got the face. Move him over here now. The next thing we're gonna work on, of course, is the body. So, in vector graphics, as you've probably figured out, it's all just about shapes on top of shapes. So we're gonna give him, let's just start with a body in blue. So, shape, draw with pen. We'll do the body and the arms separately. Kind of following this guy over here a little bit now. Gonna taper him. We're gonna have big arms, so it doesn't have to be perfect. Doesn't mean much of anything. Enter. Now we're gonna go with no fill to color fill. Hit the color wheel, hit the eyedropper, and let's use that blue. Wonderful, send it to the back. Now let's add the trim. Again, this does not need to be perfect. As long as it's covering it up, we should be fine. Enter. No fill to color fill. Hit the eyedropper. Let's get that darker gray. I'll make it a little smaller, a little thinner. You're grabbing that, clicking and dragging. Get a little longer now. Duplicate it, and once that color wheel, if there's blue around it, that means it's highlighted. So we can just go in here, get the eyedropper, and grab the other color. We don't have to be this fancy. Just if you want to, you can. See arrows to move it around a little bit. I'm going to send that to the back. Shift click. Command Option G groups it. Command D duplicates it. Flip it horizontally. Again, if you don't have this, go to Format and Arrange and flip it. Put that over here. Alright, coming together nicely. Next, we'll give him, this one I only need to use that, sword, so I'm going to get it smaller so it's not in my way like this. Alright, out of the way, and head to the front. Now let's give him some long shoulder sleeves. Shape, get that one there. Over here, close it, and now we're going to round out this part by just clicking and dragging that, enter. Now here's a pro tip for you. Select this again. Over here in style, we can save that. So if I click on this, I can make it automatically exactly the same. Send it to the back. Command D duplicates it. Once again, in Format Arrange, I can flip it over. Put it over here, arrow down a little bit, send that to the back. It's coming together nicely. All right, do we want to leave a little bit of color in there? I think we should, right? We can also save the style of the face here to make this triangle exactly the same. And select it here, send it backwards under the face. There we go. Excellent. Next, we're just going to add these arms, and you know what we're going to do? We're going to copy the color of the pants for the arms, which will be the same color as this. Why not? All right, shape. Draw with pen. Enter. Click on that. Double tap it to get just the one. Save that color. Now we got this, and go to the style we've just saved. Boom, there it is. Send it to the back. Command D duplicates it, and then again, Format, Style, Arrange, flip it over, send it to the back. Now we're just going to give him very simple, just little round hands, because Constrain Proportions, because we're not too worried about that level of detail. That's obviously too big. Make it smaller. It's constrained, so it's fine. Do we leave it on front or do we put it in the back? Command D. Another one over here. Get it to the back as well. Move it over. Now we just need to add his fancy pants. Shape. Over here again. Enter. Okay, back to style. That was the one we wanted. Send it to the back. There's a little hole there, so maybe bring it up. And let's give him a belt. Belt will do simply. In fact, you know what we can do? We can just double tap on this, Command copy one of them, Command V to duplicate it, and then we can just go to Arrange. We can spin it around so it's flat. Doesn't even have to be perfectly flat. Give him a belt. How's that? Wonderful. Now, he's got some little shoes here. Let's make it very simple, easy on ourselves. Grab this thing, drag it over here. Style. Color wheel is selected. Get the dropper. Get the same color. Send it to the back. Move it with the arrow. We're going to give that a border. I'm going to call that a shoe. Command duplicate. Got another one. Over here. Send it to the back. There we are. Now, we need his sword. So we'll get this out of the way and get this out of the way. There's a couple little lines on here. We might want to add that to add a little bit more to it if we like. So just tap, 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 tap. Now it's closed. Tap that for a little bit of an angle. Swoosh it around a little bit. That looks good right there. Select, shift click, Command Option G groups it. Make sure, yep, all right. What do you think? Not bad, hey?
The world is a band.